Live from Balcarres Arena, it's Sunday night. The Wilkie Outlaws take on the Balcarres Bronx. The Saskatchewan Provincial B Senior Hockey Championship will be decided. You're watching the Goodon Industries Gametime season finale on TL Media. Here's your host, Travis Longman.
Hello, Canada and hockey fans in the United States and Newfoundland, or wherever you are tuning in. It's great to be live in listen to this, Balcarres, or game number 3. The provincial championship will be decided this evening. Each game has gone to overtime. We want to thank all of our wonderful sponsors for making this possible. Wilkie Outlaws, A.J. Keller's hometown, against the Balcarres Bronx, Goodon Geisler's hometown. Let's meet the Bronx. Number 2, Derek Hinton. 4, Randon Schmidt. 6, Parker Douglas. 7, Parker Pythian. 9, Garrett Needham. 11, Cameron Norris. 12, Walker Watson. We'll keep meeting them as the game goes on. We are about to get going, and here we go. Balcarres has it. Banked off the boards and hits the line. Riley Cranes out there, the number 24, the captain, alongside 17, Corey Kozlowski, and number 14, Colton Schindel. Here comes Wilkie in. Garrett Keller comes up behind the net, moves it over, bumps off the board. Kozlowski, cross-ice pass. Douglas takes a shot off the bar and it stays out. The right offside, coming after it is number 14, Schindel. Schindel, Kozlowski, and Crane are the ones to watch for the Balcarres Bronx this evening. Brings it off the board, up ahead. Passes it, good stick work. Goes down, right in front, a big save there by number 1 for the Outlaws, Jared Hurl. Back the other way, but both teams have to hustle, which they do. Keller has it in his own end, passes cross ice. Lefty has to be careful with it, sends it down the ice, and that one is right on the icing. As Pythian moves it over to number 22, Martin. Martin sends it down, and it hits the stick. That one is enough for icing. So far this series, each game has gone to overtime. The first one back here went to double overtime. Young bumped off the puck by number 7, Pythian. And he's it over number 22, Martin. Martin up. Watson. Turns it down. Behind the net, puts it in front. Stop by Jared Hurl. How's everyone doing tonight? It's great to have you with us here on our final broadcast of the hockey season. After tonight, I'm taking a break. I'm going to spend some time with my family. Coach Stalker. But here we are. Takes a shot that goes high and over the net. Fans are ready to celebrate. 18:05 left in the first period. We're still scoreless. We have a beautiful arena here. Moves it up ahead. Brings off the board. Cross pass. Garrett Nielsen. Nielsen behind the net. Up ahead. They bump it center. And down the ice, that one will go for icing. We want to thank the Balcarres Bronx, the Wilkie Brewers, the Wilkie Outlaws as well. The Brewers are a great baseball team which has won many provincial championships. My mind's already on baseball. We are days away from opening day, but tonight, we're all about tonight. Turns over. Gregoire in the slot, the shot goes wide. Gregoire has it behind the net. Gregoire, and the net is off by about 6-7 feet. With 17 left here in the opening period. Ryan Keller's out there to take the draw, and he wins it back. Keller at the blue line, takes a shot, closing a 5-hole fast is number 29, Curtis Meager. There's a name from the past, Carlisle Cougars from last year. We all remember his highlight reel save against Redbirds just before Christmas a few years ago. Wilkie. Cross ice pass across the blue line. Good stick there. Back the other way. The shot. Turned aside there. Wilkie. Hits an ankle. Wilkie. Puts it in front of the shot. Big save there by Hurl. And Wilkie's trying to get it out. Unable to do so. They're going to try one more time, and there they go. Cross ice. Shot goes off Bendel. Bendel with the shot. Number 54. Ahead. Bendel. We got Bendel and Bendel on. Bendel. Loses it. Down the ice it goes, and we have our first penalty of the evening. 15:51 left in the opening period. Wilkie will go to the power play. Gregoire's out there to take the face off against number 24, Riley Crane. Keller has it, moves it over Stay. Stay cross ice and hits. Riley Crane's number 24. Keller's back to retrieve it for Wilkie. Keller across the blue line, moves it over to Say. Say driving in, goes wide, goes behind the net. Say falls down. Say keeps the puck. The speedster, the skillful Rick Say. Keller cross ice. The shot. Glove. Saved there by Meager. 15-19 to go here in the first period. Curtis Meager with a dandy save. And don't you dare repeat the second part of this lyric. Hey, hockey player, let's go shoot a puck. Keller keeps it in. Keller crosses it, moves it over to number 4, and the shot goes wide. Daniel Hilsenberger. Back Keller. Keller. Garrett Keller. Over Rick Say. Say shoots it high. Will hit a stick so it stays in the Balcarres zone. What a crowd we have here in Balcarres here tonight. Gregoire loses the draw. Kozlowski sends it down the ice. The pro rather. It's it up. Keller. Has it in his own end. Has to reach out and gets it up over to Keller. Keller starts spinning around, back up. Rasky has it up over his stick. Rasky bumped off of it by Kozlowski. Number 15, Schindler. Kozlowski is 17. Also a player to watch for. He's just heading off and he appears to be favoring the driller body. Oh, he'll play. The backhand. Shot. Big rebound. Goes kick the side there. And here come the Bronx. The shot back goes well high off the 1989 CIHL banner. I would have been 2-3 at the end of that season. 13:41 left. We are in line for a commercial zone off the next stoppage in play. Passes it over. Spinning around. Trying to get it out. Good stick there. Actually moves it forward up. And bunks off the boards like he's playing shuffleboard back in the day. Garrett Nielsen. Nifty footwork, nifty stick work as well by number 22, Jared Martin. Welka gets it up, uses it, and the shot. Oh, up and up, missed by much. Wilkie has it. They're looking to get on the board here. Young over Hilsenberger. It goes out to the neutral zone. Kindle, pressing the Wilkie player. Good play there by Riley Crane. Crane, that's gotta be Crane. Through the coop there. That big bird. A big player too for the Bronx. Behind the net. Welka with a shot. Big rebound, and we'll take a break. You're watching Goodon Industries Gametime on TL Media.
Wilkie Pharmacy, Wilkie and District Museum, LJPH Farms, Clone View Grain Cleaning, Joe Say Farms.
The shot. Nice big save there by Hurl. That's Kozlowski. Hockey brings his man into the boards. And we have an injured outlaw. It is number 9. Rick Say with an upper body injury. Skating gingerly a little bit. He's able to get off the ice. And we'd expect that kind of language out of Denny's, but not here on TL Media. Lots of poultry talk here after that incident. Over, off the board, gets it out. After he goes back to get it. Being pressed by number 49, Darren 40. Shorty got wheels. Shorty can fly. Nielsen. Moves it over. Nielsen in the skate. Two evenly matched teams. Heads up. Whoa. Uses his head to keep it on the ice, but it hit the Wilkie player on the bench. That's using your head. Although, in the NHL, would you have to go for concussion protocol after getting hit in the head with the puck? Possibly. Up ahead, down the ice. Over number 22, Martin. Martin. The shot. Stopped by Meager. And we'll take another break. You're watching Goodon Industries Gametime on TL Media.
Wilkie Pharmacy. Get your Wilkie, Saskatchewan merchandise and other locally made products. Wilkie Pharmacy. Advice for life.
Welcome back. Still scoreless here in Balcarres. Young driving hard. Young still hasn't gifted in the slot. Kevin Bendel with the shot there after good hard work by Young. Moves it over to number 12 after Watson. Watson shoots it. Puts it up. Douglas shoots it. That's his line. Across center. Over the blue line, and here comes Wilkie the shot. It hits the body. Keller with the blast. Tried to go 5-0, but Meager closes the legs. Down the ice it goes. It didn't hit a head this time. And that one will go for icing. 8:52 to go here in the first period. It remains scoreless from Balcarres. The line of Kozlowski, Schindel. I was told by a couple locals that they're the players to watch for Balcarres. And they're the leaders. But here's Wilkie trying to go ahead rather. They battled back from a 3-1 deficit in the third period last night. The fourth game here this evening. Gregoire has it in the neutral zone. Passes it over. Keller sends it down behind the net. So far, Wilkie is not showing any signs of road legs in the early going here. 8:20 left in the first period. I think it was about a 5.5-hour bus ride with stops in Davidson and Saskatchewan. Keller, cross ice. That was Rick Say. Rick Say is back on the ice. Takes a shot. That was number 14, Schindel. Schindel with a shot. Stopped by Hurley. Holds on for a whistle. Coming up during the first period intermission, we have an episode of the Ron Peterson Show. Rob always has a good pitch. The shot. Stopped by Hurl. Holds on for a whistle. We want to say a hello to everyone up in Wilkie watching this game. Thank you for making this broadcast possible. We appreciate your support and helping get TL Media to Balcarres. Nielsen. Jackson. That was Hilsenberg. Leader makes the save with 7:19 left. Aficionados on the ice. Lesmith taking the draw. Young was on his right. Kendall. Young with a shot. The quick reflex of Leader shuts the door. The Broncos are in green, looking like the old Minnesota North Stars, and the Wilkie Outlaws are in white. Off the boards and out. Here comes the block. Passes it over. Behind the net. That one is going for icing with 6:15 to go here in period number one. How are we doing tonight, Jason? Great to have you with us once again. What are you going to do in hockey season? Gets it. Loses it. Hilsenberger sends it down the ice. Throw it offside. Young gave a shot to Riley Crane. Just letting him know he was there. Spinning around. A shot. Back the other way. There comes Wilkie across the blue line. Endel in front. And the net appears to be dislodged. It might have came off. Here comes the Bronx. Play still continuing. Not anymore. We'll take a break. You're watching Goodon Industries Gametime on TL Media.
Wilkie and District Museum. Open June to August. Otherwise, appointment only. Stop by this summer and visit Wilkie and District Museum.
5:20 to go here in the first period. It remains scoreless from Balcarres. Schmidt. Oh, the shot. Pearl with the save. Moves it off the boards. Derek Keller. Schmidt. Up ahead. Kozlowski. Back to Schmidt. Schmidt moves it up ahead. Schindel. Number 14, Schindel. Pearl hangs on for a whistle. This is music you hear on CFCW. We want to say a special hello to my buddy from Wilkie, AJ Keller, who works at CFCW in Edmonton. AJ is a proud Wilkie person, and I have the privilege of hearing all about his wonderful family and family broadcast all of them. And AJ, you became like a brother from another mother to me. And hello, George and Cheryl, and Rob, and all of the colors tuning in. Behind the net. Moves it over. Cross ice, and here comes Wilkie. 2-on-1 developing. Passing it over. Keller with a shot. Big save. Goal by Beaver. Beaver used the glove.
What's he supposed to hear with the horn? What can he hear with the horn?
We are broadcasting in 1080p tonight. How's it looking this evening compared to other stations? Any different? We also have producer Mitch. Nielsen watches it go out, and number 28, Sincere Toto. The ref having some discussion with Young on the bench. Douglas moves it over off the board. Sittler. Cross ice over. Wilkenberger with a shot. Oh, definitely some danger there. Puts it in front. Stacy, how are you doing this evening? I haven't seen you comment for a few games. Wonderful to have you. Schindler moves it over. Kozlowski cross ice. Schindler, Kozlowski, and Crane. The KSK line. Young bangs it off the boards and out of the zone. Out of reach of Schindler, they have to regroup. And number 7. To him. Up ahead. Crane, big save there by her. We'll take a break. You're watching Goodon Industries Gametime on TL Media.
Carrie's Closet. Nixon Electric. Springer Construction. Hebert Livestock. OK Tire. Mooseman.
Up ahead. Gets it over Rick Say. Say with a shot. Bad save by Meager. Behind the net it goes. No, it didn't quite get that far. Rick Say. Look it up. Say has it. Say puts it on net. It goes wide a little bit. Keller also on net. You got a feeling that they've got the old John Cherry philosophy. Say with a shot. Makes it go high out of play. 2:20 to go here in the first period. It's still scoreless from Balcarres. In the beautiful Balcarres Arena, the Polar Nine. affectionately called. We were at the Pillar Dome earlier this year. Now we're at the Polar Dome. Good shot. Takes it off the board. Riley Crane, number 24, the captain. That shot, that poor banner, that 89-90. That's the second puck it's taken off of it. Yeah, I'm almost going to guarantee that no one who played in that game is playing tonight. Just a hunch I have. Educated guess. Producer Mitch, how are you tonight?
Doing all right, buddy. Sounds like you got a good crowd there.
We do! Who says live streamers keep the crowd away? Speaking of that reference that I made, the Mooseman Rangers and the Redbirds Rockets will start Game 4 of the Big Six Hockey League Championship Series at 6 o'clock tonight. We will provide updates as I am given them. Kozlowski takes a shot. That goes wide. There's a shot from behind, but there is a call. Wilkie will go to the penalty shot. We're giving him a shot. 61 seconds left here in the first period. Rick Say heads to the ice. Nelson Daggers going to the penalty box. Five seconds. Up ahead. And that one goes all the way down the ice. Rick Say with pressure. Say trying to keep it in. Say. And Schmidt in. Here's over. Soft ice. The dangerous line. The big line's out there for Balcarres. Back to number 25. Sicko down low. Over. Just trying to get something going here. Comes across ice. Stealing after Kozlowski. And 9 seconds left. Time for a rush for Wilkie. Killer off an ankle. And Schmidt has to be careful with it. And the score after 20 minutes of play. So Wilkie Outlaws 0. The Balcarres Bronx 0 as well. You're watching Goodon Industries Gametime on TL Media. Go refill your beverage. Take the dog for a walk. Fill some supper. But come back for period 2. Which one? Second one.
Wilkie Pharmacy, Wilkie and District Museum, LJPH Farms, Clone View Grain Cleaning, Joe Say Farms, Carrie's Closet, Nixon Electric, Springer Construction, Hebert Livestock, OK Tire, Mooseman, Goodon Industries. Today's Furniture and Electronics, Handy Capable, Zaley's Furniture, Celebration Ford, Olive Branch Bistro, Sweeting Enterprises, LC Auto and Ag Limited, Bumper to Bumper, Wanda Heron Photography, Rona Pranky, Blue Chip Realty, So Creative, Cork and Bone Bistro, Spruce Hill Farms, Four Town Journal, Universe Satellite Sail. The Owl's Nest.
Game Plus Television and Silver State Sports brought to you in part by Vegas.com. Explore this week's most popular picks or jump straight to 3-star, 4-star, or 5-star options to match your style and budget. Whether you're planning a weekend escape or a luxury stay, your ideal Vegas hotel is just a click away. Vegas.com. Okay, Janice Taylor joins us. Hi, Janice. We meet again.
Hello. Hi. How are you? So good to see you again.
It is great to see you. Everybody's excited. I'm excited. You're excited. Our friends are excited for this chat. Listen, I know I didn't know where to start. That's why I had to say to you, Janice, what do I put for your title? Because there's like 40 amazing things. And before we get to, you talking about being founder, CEO of Wilson 4Q, this, as seen on Oprah, that's the one that sticks with me. Would you mind telling the folks how that's pretty cool? That will always be cool.
You know, it was so random because I jokingly say like I got my start at Oprah because it was like a late night in Saskatchewan.
Whoa, what's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible.
Hello to all my prairie people at home, family included. And I was like, I think Oprah needs to meet me. I was like, this is what I think is going to happen in the world. And I know that sounds crazy, but I was like seeing digital. I was worried about kids. Like I had all these thoughts and I just opened up my computer and like wrote an email and is like, this is my story. I watched you on TV, that in Detroit Tigers baseball, which I credit for saving my life. And I said, these two things happened. And I want to know that you inspired me to leave my job and go into the tech industry. And then 3 days later, I had a call from the show. And I was with my dear friend in the car and they call and they literally tell you on the spot, can you be here in 2 weeks? And so all of a sudden I was never been to Chicago. And so all the other prairie girls were like, road trip, let's go to Chicago, which of course we had fun at many piano bars, down around Wrigley. And, we were there and all of a sudden it was like, hey, you're one of our Oprah Ultimate viewers. She picked 150 of us. And then all of a sudden I was on my way to Australia with Oprah. And that was her final year on air. And it was her season premiere for the final year in syndicate television anyway, before she went to the OWN network. And then I went with Oprah to Australia. And so I say that time period was kind of my year with Oprah. I hadn't seen how the other side of this world works with regards to entertainment or television, or I was just fresh from the farm. And all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, well, this is this whole world. And it really did sort of like kickstart my career in technology. And then I ended up in Silicon Valley. So yeah, that's what happened with the Oprah show.
Yeah. And here's the thing, folks. That's like a small part of it. So, right. So we're going to like the entertainment, the sports thing's been my world forever. And you're in that world now. So I think I'm just going to turn the floor over to you. And then I'll have some questions off what you're into now, because it's really cool. And you can explain it far better than I could even try to.
Well, I'm so glad that this is like connected to the prairies, because there is going to be prairie people that are going to remember the time period we got WDIV, Detroit channel in Saskatchewan. And they're going to remember it was in the 80s. And there was a guy like yourself named Bernie Smilovitz. And Bernie Smilovitz did sports. Now I'm 9 years old. My mom's working 3 jobs to raise me and my sisters. She's working at the time at Buy Right Drugs, which you of course would know my uncle. Hello, Uncle Jim is still in Milestone. And we had this on the TV and I saw the Detroit Tigers play baseball. And I was like, I'm going to play this sport. And at the time I was like, I'm going to be Alan Trammell. And I was like, well, there was only one Alan Trammell. I'm going to date myself with those that remember the fabulous Detroit Tigers in the 80s. Yes, my love of baseball. And I went to the arena to the hockey arena. And I said, I got to play baseball. I said, but my mom doesn't have any money to pay, to get me a glove or to pay the registration. I said, can I come anyway? And the guy at Jack Staples Arena, he gave me a glove, he waived the fees, and he goes, I can't do anything about your shoes. and I had strawberry shortcake running shoes worn through, and I started to play baseball. And it was during that my love of sport and my concept that sport could save kids like me, that being in sport at the time kept me out of trouble. Although we did get in a lot of trouble. It was the 80s and we're Gen Xers. So we still had fun, but I had direction. And when you're kind of growing up in the circumstances I was, it was really a lifeline for me. So fast forward through my psychology degree, through really trying to look at how people healed from, things that happened in their life. And I know your background, Rod, that you've really, now inspire and support other people through, mental health and addiction. I really was like, well, could it be something else? And I found my way, crazy story, to literally launching my first digital product with the Chicago Blackhawks. They were my first customer in the NHL. Although I wanted baseball so badly to be my first place that I launched my first invention, that I had this idea that we could protect kids online by creating a walled garden, so to speak, training wheels for digital, and that they could learn about the values of sport, which I was listening to what you were talking about, how people win, how they lose, what's the character in sport. I really did put on rose-colored glasses, and I believe in the purity of sport. I still do. I still do to this day, even though it's become a business and betting and all the other things. As a kid growing up with not a lot, it was a lifeline for me. I thought I could play. As a girl, I was like, I'm going to play baseball. And I played competitive softball until I was 21.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store preloaded with 20 handpicked products that are trending all over the world, basically validated by AI.
I credit it with baseball math, actually, is what I built Wilson, my AI technology with the baseball math. I said, if there is a God, he made baseball, because baseball is the greatest game in the world, even though I'm Canadian and should love hockey. And that really led to me being then signing sports teams and working within all of the leagues to creating at the time. And I think still to this day, I'm the first woman to launch a digital animation AI product across all major sports leagues. And I wanted to take care of the little fans, the children. I didn't think children should go to Instagram to learn about their favorite player. I thought they needed to know if they struggled with math and did they juggle and eat pizza. Like, I actually believed that was what they should know about athletes when they were little, and that they could work hard and they could get character and morals and values through sport. That was how I was raised with sport. It wasn't about how much money you were going to make or if you were going to have, Instagram followers. It was, this can change your character and can teach you values. And that's what I wanted to do in sport. So I've been there now. This is, I spent 7 years with my first startup. I'm now back in sport here with Wilson. So I took a bit of a hiatus through the music industry, which was a bit of a dark turn. And now I've come back to sports again. So that's kind of been the journey through sport.
Well, and we're not done yet, as we're just getting rolling with this story. But that's why I've been in sports for so long. It's safe to me. People, you want to come into politics? Nope. I don't know anything about it, and it scares me. Sports, I know what I'm dealing with. It's clearly you feel the same way. So now let's get into the latest and how you're hoping to help athletes. I'm quite intrigued by it.
So growing up in Saskatchewan, you kind of have this real perception of the world I was raised by a village. My mom worked really hard. She had 3 jobs. She's a piano teacher, worked at Shoppers, which was buy rate at the time. But I really was a kid of the village. And I was always very sort of curious, very smart, and wanted to sort of say, when we experience things in our life, we have symptoms. Some people say, oh, I have anxiety, or I have depression, I have this, I have that. When I went into university, I was like, well, couldn't these symptoms be something else? Like, not everything that we feel is mental health. Not everything that happens to us is because we're an addict. I didn't really want to buy into the full labeling of that. And I was labeled an at-risk youth. My dad had struggled with alcoholism. At the time, they said you'd have an 85% chance of becoming an addict if you had a parent who was one. That's what they told you. Addiction was a disease. These were all the things that just felt so fatalist to me and not very hopeful. And I thought, wow, well, maybe there's another piece of the puzzle. So that's where I sought to write a science called The Science of Emotional Pain for a new category of wellness, which we call emotional fitness. So there is mental health, and that has a specific framework and specific symptoms that fit in mental health. But what about everything else? What if it doesn't fit there? What if you don't fit that mold? I didn't fit that mold. I want to be Alan Trammell. I didn't fit that mold as an at-risk youth. I was a smart girl who played sports and thinks sports saved my life. So I was like, but this emotional fitness is kind of for all of us, isn't it? Like, isn't it really mathematically, we all have emotions because we're human? And I thought, well, what if we take this out of the equation of mental fitness or toughness for athletes? And where's the emotional system in how they operate? And I jokingly say that emotional fitness is the air above. If Jordan, when he jumps in the air, it looks like he jumps again mid-air, that's emotional fitness. It is the air above the ceiling. It is, you've worked your brain over and over and over and over and over again. You've worked your physicality to a place that you got to, and people hit a wall. And it shows up in different ways. Do they perform in playoffs? Are they good teammates? Do they share the puck when they're supposed to? Do they see that they're part of a whole? Are they set apart? Which is really interesting in our culture. There's something called isolated greatness.
Mitch,
And I think that happens even more so now, is where you take an athlete really young and you're like, they're Tom Brady. They're going to be this.
Welcome back. Sorry, that was a very important chat we were talking about. Music comes out to play. It was still scoreless here in Balcarres between the Wilkie Outlaws and the Balcarres Bronx. Balcarres is in green, Wilkie is in white, wearing the road whites with the dark trim. Music out to play it. Thanks for the shot. That goes wide, over to get it. Zowski's puts it on net. Top by Hall, big rebound off the body. Very close. The fans are ready to celebrate. Young up. Off the board. That's the backhand pass over. For Keller.
Yes,
Hilsenberger across the blue line, over the red line. Wilkie bringing it in. Hilsenberger cross out. Just missed. In front, wide open net. Bouncing puck. The hometown players working on. Eager holds on for a whistle. The shot. He scores! From the blue line. Finds the back of the net. Beats Meager. And it's 1-0 Wilkie. All smiles heading to the bench. Hawk. What's the Outlaws? I always want to call them the both phenomenal sports teams. The Outlaws are on the board. 1-0. You knew it would be a close, highly contested game. And breaking out Trying to get it back. Moran cross ice pass. Nielsen going in. Nielsen over to the side. Nielsen at the far boards. Nielsen loses it. And Balcarres yanks it off the board. Going after it. Where's Slicka? Slicka sends it down. Oh. Over the red line. Dumps it down the ice. Keller skating hard after it. Slicka has no idea he's there. 17 minutes left in the second period. Moves it over. Gregoire goes down the ice. That one will be icy. One developing for Wilkie. 3-on-1 potentially, but good defensive play there. Short scoring opportunity. Back. Gregoire. Keller. Over. Across the blue line. Rick saves. Keller sends it down behind the net. Trying to keep it in. A good skate there. Stopped by Meager. Over on the blue line. Takes a shot. Kicks the side there. Going around the net. In front in the backhand. Stopped by Hurl. Holds on for a whistle. And a little pushing and shoving. Nothing to write home about. .57 left here in the second period. The shot off outside of the ring. And that's on net. Corey Kozlowski, that was a laser. That one would tie the game for sure if it's on net. But it wasn't. So we remain 1-0 for Wilkie. Sends it back. The shot. Glove save there by Hurl. Congratulations to Kerry Anderson. She gave a valiant effort. But in the end, Switzerland, there's going to be a lot of Toblerone bars eaten there, and neutrality, Switzerland won it all. Moves it over, a nifty feed. Kozlowski behind the net, flips it over. Crane, Kozlowski, and Schindel. Not Schindler, Schindel. Although, I think on the Schindel's list would be to tie this one up. Moves it over. Driving in number 12, a good stick there by Keller. Young feeds it down. Up ahead. Walker Watson. Schmidt over the blue line. Schmidt with the shot. Gets it back. Here's it. And Nielsen sends it down the ice. This is the final broadcast of the hockey season for TL Media. And I am honestly ready to stay home for a while. Seems like I've been on the road since the end of August with broadcast. I have so many people to thank with the conclusion of this broadcast. Stop by Harlow, holds on for a whistle. 14:02 remaining in the second period. It's still 1-0 for Wilkie on a goal by number 16, Lyndon Off. OCHF, not Occupational Health and Safety. Off. Although that would be a good way to remember how to spell the name. Up ahead, and icing. Let's take a break, producer Mitch. You're watching Goodon Industries Gametime on TL Media.
Goodon Industries. Today's furniture and electronics. Handy capable. Zaley's Furniture. Celebration Ford.
Shot goes wide. Schindel. That's Schmidt. Schmidt in the slot. That goes wide once again. Missed it by that much. Schmidt. Stoplight. No, that was Schindel. This was Schmidt.
Nice block,
No,
dude.
that was number 7. Now that one goes out number 7. Another Pythia. Speeds it over. Keller with a shot. That one, well, it almost hit the Canadian flag. That's treason. But it didn't. Thankfully. Balcarres is looking to put a new banner up there to go on with the ones from 1989-90 and many others. There's quite a few banners here in Balcarres. Harold, moves it over. Feller, and that one will go for icing. We're not even going to bother it. It is not icing. It is not icing. Georgia, I am sorry. Will this one be? This one will be. All right, I just put my size 13s in my mouth. He won one developing, but fast break back from the boot and the Outlaws. The backhand that goes wide. Down low. The hometown faithful. We'll take a break. You're watching Goodon Industries on
Olive Branch Bistro. Sweeting Enterprises. LC Auto and Egg Limited. Bumper to Bumper. Wanda Heron Photography.
Sorry, I was just checking the text for my son. Back in, and here it comes. Well, good defensive play. Rosenberger. Up. Schindel. Over. Puts it on, and that's out of play. Shot goes off, hurl into the corner. Keller. The Kellers are breaking out. Keller. Kozlowski says it. Kozlowski, yeah. Kimball with the shot. Knocked aside there by Hurl. Hands off the board. Off the shin. 10:35 left in the second period. Kozlowski. The shot from the point. That hits the leg. And he'll be hurting that one on the bus on the way back. But captain, that's sacrifice. That's how you win provincial. Meager turns it over. Wide open net. Ten minutes exactly left in period number 2. Young back. Filsenberger, that shot goes over the net and stays in. Bumps into the boards. A well-played, disciplined game so far. Filsenberger bumped off the puck. But he gets it back. A very strong skater. Filsenberger comes down and offside. Delayed offside. They have to get back onside, which they do. Over the blue line. Here come the Bronx. The shot. Big save by Hurl. Every save is huge right now. Back to get it. Number 6, Douglas. Douglas losing it. Young, the skilled Young back. Young behind the net, puts it in front, or he's trying to. It hits the leg and it goes into the corner. Rafty puts it on net. But that was blocked by number 25. To go. Sent down the ice. Parker Douglas, number 6. Gets it up. Odd man run. Gets it, moves it over. And no one. Great rush by number 12, Walker Watson. And we'll take a break. You're watching Goodon Industries Gametime on PL Media. Let's thank the Wilkie Outlaws.
Rona Pranky. Blue Chip Realty. So Creative. Cork and Bone Bistro. Spruce Hill Farms.
Producer Mitch, I think we should go heavy on the Wilkie. The shot. Handled easy. $8:18 left here in the second period. It's still 1-0 for Wilkie on a goal by Lyndon Hawks. And that one is a delayed offside, cross ice, and here we go. Kozlowski. Pause it. Smith has it. Smith. Puts it on net. Turned aside there by Hurl. Holds on for a whistle with 7:54 to go. Pass the other way. Here comes Wilkie. Going in, driving to the side. Young goes to the far. Puts it on net, but turned aside there by Meager. Last year, Meager played provincials with the Carlisle Cougars. They lost to the Raymore Rockets in round 1 of A. This year he's in the provincial B final with the Balcarres Bronx. Up ahead. Keller moves it over. Wilson-Dagger. Well, that could have been his cars, but this has been a well-officiated game so far tonight. The early stages of a championship boxing match. And Balcarres, a good play by Hilton. They're going to set it into the corner. Perfect. Circle. The shot that goes wide. Good play there behind the net. In front. Gets the leg. Sincere Toto. Number 28, the skillful speedster Bryant. Moves it over. Lorenz with 6:10 to go here over to the far side. Second period. Raffy with a shot. Going down. No call. It is offside. No, it's not. I thought I heard a whistle. I'm hearing things apparently. Goes in. Spinning around. Nielsen up ahead. Keller. Passes it over Raffy. Raffy up top. Passes it. And going in. Number 21 for the Outlaws. Roy Gregoire. 1-on-2 to Raffy. The shot missed the corner by about 3/4 of an inch. We'll take a break. You're watching Goodon Industries Gametime on TL Media.
Wilkie Pharmacy, Wilkie and District Museum, LJPH Farms, Clone View Grain Cleaning, Joe Say Farms.
5:14 left here in the period number 2. 1-0 for Wilkie. That goes down the ice. Not icing. Schmidt goes back to retrieve it. Gets it back. Kindle. Harris trying to set something here. On the far side. Wrestling harder. Schmidt, and that one hit the roof. 4:35 left in period number 2. Each team's making changes. They're going through changes. Walker Watson's out there to take the draw against Tyler Wasman. And Watson tries to move it forward. My dear Watson not able to do so. Across the blue line, just by having some words. Raffy off an ankle. Behind the net. Back to the point. The shot redirected, and that goes wide. Number 25. Ready to go. Sincere Toto. Back with the toe and kept in. Toto. Walker Watson, number 12. Over, and here comes Wilkie. He thought he had someone else with him. Buddy, good not. Raffy, cross ice. Keller, Sittler. the long-time outlaw. Sittler is a staple in Wilkie. Mike Sittler's out there to take the draw. Wins. Sittler moves it over, cross ice pass. Nielsen driving in hard. Sittler gets it, tried to put it on net, but it went wide. Sittler, he's slow, he dropped his stick, but he picks it back up. He's heading to the bench, the assistant captain. There's a change ongoing. Earl behind the net. Wilson Danger. Wilson Danger gets it to Nielsen. Nielsen sends it down the ice. That one will not be icing as number 6, Parker Douglas, goes back to get it. Gets it over to number 7, Pythia. Up to number 14, Kimball. Kimball turns it over. Back. Gregoire with the shot. A big save there by Meager. And still loose. Behind the net. Wilkie's driving. Behind the net. Gets it over. Number 7, Pythian. Gets it up. It's in the neutral zone now on number 17, Kozlowski. Kozlowski beside the net. Backhanded over. Schmidt gets it over the blue line. Schmidt driving in. Schmidt keeps it. Schmidt. He falls down. The hockey gods are not smiling on the Bronx here this evening. 1:55 to go here in the second period. And what has been a very fast-paced game. 1-0 for Wilkie. It's been anyone's game. Curtis Meager has stood on his head a few times when called upon. But the one goal he did allow, I'm sure he loved that. Crane dumps it in. Captain Crane. Breaking up. Big stick sends down the ice and Meager holds on for a whistle. Now it's almost a shame that the Moose and Ranger game did not start at 8 o'clock like it usually does. I can catch the tail end of it. If this game would have been earlier, there was a chance that I was going to go to Raymore. But instead, I'm going to go home. Which is more important. What a battle we have here. In front. Rick Say loses it. Say gets it back. 1 minute left here in period number 2. Coming up during the second intermission. We've got the Rod Peterson set. 47 seconds left. Wilkie puts it wide. Cross ice. Over. Number 25. Patel in front. Shot by number 28. Patel. Up ahead. Trying to string him. But down behind the net. Pearl comes up to play it. Toto pressing him. But it's going to take enough to get it away from him. He missed the rain down in Africa. Which is good. You don't want rain, especially for the people that have to travel. .5 seconds left here in period number 2. Wilkie leads 1-0 on a goal by number 16, Linda Knox. Young is floating it off the ice there. That stays in. Sent out. 10 seconds to go. And that one was icing. 8.7 seconds. Face off in the Wilkie zone. The big sticks are out there for the Balcarres Bronx. Riley Crane, Corey Kozlowski, Colton Schindel. Gets it back to the blue line. Schmidt tries to put it on net. He gets it down low in front. Across ice pass, kept in the blast. Down on that one. After 2 periods of play. The Wilkie Outlaws 1. The Balcarres Bronx no score. Go refill your beverage. Tell your friends to tell 2 friends to tell 2 more friends to tell their great aunts, niece, stepsisters, wife, and moves to watch TL Media for the 3rd period. We've got a doozy here in Balcarres, and we'll take a break, and then we'll be back with the Ron Peterson Show. You're watching Goodon Industries Gametime on TL Media.
Wilkie Pharmacy, Wilkie and District Museum, LJPH Farms, Clone View Grain Cleaning, Joe Say Farms, Carrie's Closet, Nixon Electric, Springer Construction, Hebert Livestock, OK Tire, Mooseman, Goodon Industries. Today's Furniture and Electronics, Handy Capable, Zaley's Furniture, Celebration Ford, Olive Branch Bistro, Sweeting Enterprises, LC Auto and Ag Limited, Bumper to Bumper, Wanda Heron Photography, Rona Pranky, Blue Chip Realty, So Creative, Cork and Bone Bistro, Spruce Hill Farms, Four Town Journal, Universe Satellite Sail, The Owl's Nest.
Told you we were going to have a blast on this St. Patrick's Day today, and I haven't lied. By the way, your teams, the biggest stories, join Mike Davis and Mariah Janos live at 2 p.m. daily here on Silver State Sports as they tackle the biggest stories in Vegas sports. So the NBA is probably coming to Vegas. We're asking Jared Dumba, the viewers, what would be your best team name for the Las Vegas NBA team? Think about that while I run down what they've said. The viewers have said the Vultures, the Bighorns, the Vandals, the Gamblers, the Vagabonds, the Sandstorm, the Vegas Neon, the Lights. What do you think would be the best name for the Las Vegas NBA team?
Oh, just off the top of my head, I'd have to say Vipers, just because it's a V word. But has anybody said Vipers?
I like it. No, you did, though. I'm putting it on the list tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll put it to a vote. Jared Dumba joining us from the famous hockey-playing Dumba family. Look, I'm sick of the Gudis talk, and I don't even live in Canada. But you're a Leaf fan, and you're up there. You're my hockey guy. You're my NHL analyst at the NHL. By the way, George Peros defending his decision today. Shocking. A 5 game for Radko Gudis. Yeah, what do you think? What do you think of the suspension and the fact they're not backing down?
Well, with everything we know about Gudis, I am surprised. I was guessing it would be in that 7 to 8 range. I'd like to see longer suspensions for stuff like that. Even, there's so much that goes into it. And guys say, well, what if it's an accident? Well, if it's an accident and you're taking out, it doesn't matter if it's the best player. In this case, it's the Leafs' best player. It doesn't matter who you're taking out. If you're taking a guy out and it's going to be, 20, 25 games that they're going to miss, why can't that be just an automatic 10 or 12 game suspension? Well, it was an accident, but, accidents happen. The other guy's got to miss 20 to 25. I'd like to see a little bit longer for stuff like that. I think you'd see guys, it's so tough to stop yourself when you're in the middle of a play in a game. But I think you'd see less guys putting themselves in those positions to do that. With Gudis's past, that's why I thought it would be a little bit longer. But, the only thing I'm surprised at, well, actually, there are no surprises coming out of the player safety. Everything seems, it always seems way off of what everybody thinks it's going to be. So there should be no surprise there.
You know what? It's a tough job, just like refereeing. It is refereeing. It's just a higher level of it. It's not easy, and you're going to piss everybody off. I don't understand what people don't get about this, but trust me, I'm done with it, and I hope you are too. Our viewers have they're attacking you and me. They got questions. Jeremy, the Red Wings fan, says, Jared, who is your pick for the playoffs in the East to get in? Wings, Bruins, Habs, Jackets, Sens, Flyers. I guess we got to pick, 2 of those? Like, who's going to claim the wild card spots in your mind?
I think Detroit. I think Detroit's getting in. If you watch their season, they've had a little bit of a maybe not playing as good as they could, but big win last night. I think Detroit's going to get in for whatever reason. It just feels like their time. I said it at the beginning of the season. It's got to be Detroit's time. They've been out for too long. But Detroit, that's a great question. Do the Bruins get in? What Bruins team? The Bruins have been surprising me all year long. Who would be that other team? Who would you say, Roddy?
Of that bunch, definitely Detroit, and I kind of like Boston, depending who's in goal. But it's interesting because the Blue Jackets were just through here, and before the game, Blue Jacket staff are saying to me, "This is a must-win game for us," and they lost, and you're still in the hunt. Like I get it, but if you're thinking you got to win every game the rest of the way, nobody can do that. It's not going to happen. Nobody does.
The parity in the league is just like, this is the best year that I can remember where you can try and call everything you can. As you know, I always do, Rod. I'm always making calls, whether they're right or wrong, but I like to try and predict what's going to happen. And this year, it's so up and down. Everybody has their hot spots, and then all of a sudden seems to tank for a little while. The Columbus Blue Jackets, you know what? That could be a team that gets in. You look at what's their record since the coaching change. I think they've lost about 4 or 5
the best team
games.
in the NHL. Best team in the NHL since that. Oh, that's wild, man. That's
That could be a call. I mean, you know what? I'll say the Blue Jackets, Wings and Blue Jackets, to go back to the previous question there.
Well, I'll tell you what, if that was the case, that would be part of 7 new teams in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's right around that number because you look in the West, you get the Mammoth, the Kraken, the Ducks, and then which is actually a good point because you're sitting there in Canada in the Bermuda Triangle of the NHL, as I've long called it, right in the middle of Calgary, Edmonton, and Winnipeg. I mean, I feel like it's not good that probably only 2 Canadian teams are going to make the playoffs, yet it is good that we're going to have 7 new teams. How do you feel about the playoff field, how it eventually shakes down?
Oh, I think it's great that we got some new blood in the water coming up. We're going to get to see these teams. It's been a while since we've got to see Anaheim. Anaheim's such an exciting team. I love watching the games. Anytime I get a chance to watch an Anaheim game, I'm all over it. It's going to be nice to see them get in. When you get new teams in, it's a whole new excitement. It brings a wave of excitement to those cities that hasn't been there for a while. If Detroit can win a round or even 2, you never know what happens in the playoffs. They get good goaltending, that could happen. Gibson's been he's got a lot of experience in the playoffs. We'll see what happens there. But every time you get a whole bunch of new blood like that, it just there's the excitement seems to level up a little bit rather than the same old guys over and over. You get sick of them. It just happens.
Overall, I guess it's good, but I'm not going to waste our time talking about the future of Canadian teams because I've had people say to me, I'm worried with the dollar and then this. Calgary's building a new rink. Ottawa's going to build it. They're fine. Just start winning. And by the way, Edmonton's been in the last 2 Stanley Cup finals, so stop worrying. But having said that, as we're airing in Vegas, because I'm not going to talk about the Leafs because we air in Toronto as well on Game Plus TV. But in Vegas, I'm just sitting back going, Kelly will figure it out. Kelly always figures it out. Or is that foolish of me? Does that ever end?
I don't think so. I was looking at Vegas and just kind of looking at, the trends and what they've been doing throughout the season. And, they've had injuries. They've had, everybody points to the goaltending. Is the goaltending going to be, what's that going to be like? You've had some injuries and you've got a goaltender. I mean, that's a pretty good problem to have, to be sitting with a goaltender that has a Stanley Cup ring that's won it for you, and they've had kind of issues here and there throughout the season, stone injuries, like we see every year. I think you look at where they're at, they're ahead of the Oilers in the standings. They're going to make the playoffs. I think they can be very, very dangerous. You look up and down that roster, maybe the top 2 lines, maybe the best two top lines in the league. Their first and second line. They're so well rounded. We know they've got great D. Anderson maybe hasn't been playing up to snuff as what they've expected to him, but that's to be expected when coming into a whole new situation. You know, it was a real different situation he was coming from. I think a guy like that gets going in the playoffs, and he's a playoff type guy. Vegas, if they get rolling, that could be the team that gets rolling at the right time, and all of a sudden come playoff time, everybody goes, where did this come from? These guys can't be beat. And you know, it's tough going into Vegas with their fans and that atmosphere there. So I really like I say, when I was looking through it yesterday, I could see Vegas, if they peak at the right time here, I can kind of see them on that right trajectory of hitting it, getting hot at the right time.
I'm writing down a note of what you just said, because I don't know how many fans know this, but you're in the game, your dad's in the game. I've been in it a long time too. I don't think the fans understand, and some do, but most don't, that a guy like Bruce Cassidy and for certainly Kelly McCrimmon, and most of these teams are sitting there just fine-tuning right now. It's the line combos, which goalie's getting hot. It's the D pairings. What tweaks do we need to make to our special teams? Vegas is like the quintessential that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And obviously I'm talking to people all the time about hockey. There's a lot of people obviously right now, oh, who's going to beat Dallas? Dallas can't be beat. They went 14-0-1 till last night, till Pittsburgh rolled over them. Was it? Anyways,
Colorado got spanked by Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Colorado got spanked. But anyway, Dallas is the hottest team right now, and I really like Dallas. They were my pick to be one of the top teams in the league when we did that first show of the year with hockey. But are they peaking at the right time or the wrong time? That's what I always looked at. There's, you're looking at about 18 to 20 games left. Are you peaking a little bit too early? It's not who's peaking right now. It's going to be who's peaking those last couple of weeks of the season, getting ready. Whose guys are coming back from injury? Are the goalies getting hot? That's what you want. And that's the fine tuning that guys, like McCrimmon, they know how to lead that fine tuning, as we've seen every year of his career.
Wilkie Pharmacy, Wilkie and District Museum, LJPH Farms, Clone View Grain Cleaning, Joe Say Farms, Carrie's Closet, Nixon Electric, Springer Construction, Hebert Livestock, OK Tire, Mooseman, Goodon Industries. Today's Furniture and Electronics, Handy Capable, Zaley's Furniture, Celebration Ford, Olive Branch Bistro, Sweeting Enterprises, LC Auto and Ag Limited, Bumper to Bumper, Wanda Heron Photography, Rona Pranky, Blue Chip Realty, So Creative, Cork and Bone Bistro, Spruce Hill Farms, Four Town Journal, Universe Satellite Sail, The Owl's Nest.
Welcome back. Third period, Game 3, Provincial B Championship Series. 1-0 Wilkie on a goal by Oaks. Thanks for off the boards, Meager does. The backhand swinging. Sent down the ice. Goes after it. Puts it on net. Meager, have to be careful on that one. Bigmore breaking out. Kindle, cross ice, dives, the backhand, Stopped by Hurl on an enormous save. Got them. Shot. Big rebound. Turned aside there. $18:55 left, third period. Shot. Big rebound. No, you didn't. Roll it, Mitch. Roll it.
Hey, it's AJ Keller, originally from Wilkie, Saskatchewan. I want to say a big thank you to Travis Longman at TL Media for bringing senior hockey to the masses, especially for those of us that have moved away but still like to keep tabs on our local hockey teams. Thanks, Trav. And hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. And go Outlaws. Woo!
Wilkie's own AJ Keller with the message to his boys. And he'll be happy to hear that they're up 1-0 in the third period. But still a lot of hockey to be played. 18-19 to be precise. AJ is busy hosting an award show in Edmonton this evening, and he told me he would not be able to tune in. But I told him you can watch the replay on TL Media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook. Let's hit that 1,000 mark plateau. I think I'm 43 away from it on Facebook. Go like the stuff out of our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We won't be going live for a while, but when we do, it'll be gold. Say gets fouled. Keller. Up ahead. Kindle. Gregoire back. Say in the slot. He shoots it and just wide. Missed it by that much. Over to the far side. Keller. Over. Kindle. Kindle. Just waits for it. Watches it go by. Kept in by number 25, Patel. Kozlowski rather. Okay. We have an update from Mooseland. It is 2-0 for the Rangers. They lead the Redverse Rockets 2-0 after one period of play. That is Game 4 of the Big Six Hockey League Championship Series. Douglas, Schmidt gets it up. Meager. Young. Pressing him. Young. Off the stick. Young. Shot goes wide. Wasn't it? Nelson Banger. Over. Down the ice it goes. Travis Longman with you here in Balcarres. We want to thank everyone for tuning in. How are you doing tonight, Amanda? Over in the corner. Up ahead. Young driving in. Young loses possession of it. And we are whistled dead. 16:06 to go here in the third period. Settlers out there to take the draw for the Outlaws. Bank off the board, Settlers. Gets it over. And back, here come the Bronx. Puts it on Hurl. Turns to the side. Over in the corner. Up ahead. Keller, cross ice. Keller puts it, shoots it. Black goes wide. Puts the body in the Sittler pressing. Mike Sittler. Keller. Keller. Oh, the fake. Nielsen, Barrett Nielsen. Always dangerous. Loses it. Jared Martin, number 22. Went down the ice. No ice is the call. Coming up through center is number 7, Will Rathke. Rathke back. Wilson Dagger shoots. Big save by Meager. Holds on for a whistle. Barely. For those of you new to TL Media, my name is Travis London. I've been doing this for 5 years. I live in Boissevain, Manitoba. And it's an honor to bring you broadcasts all over Manitoba and Saskatchewan, primarily in Saskatchewan, especially around this time of year. Kindle over. Kozlowski behind the net. Over. The shot. Stop by Hurl. Big save. Moves it up. Gregoire over in the corner. Puts it in front. Tried to, but he got it right back. Meager hangs on for a whistle. With 14:23 to go here in third period. It's been a very, very fast-paced game. We're already in the third period, and we just began an hour and 35 minutes ago. Walker Watson won the draw. And the Bronx trying to get her out. Gets it over. Watson. Driving, he's getting on top of Hurl, holds on for a whistle with 14:05 to go here in the third period. 1-0 for Wilkie on a goal by Lyndon Oak. Third period. Each goalie has been impressive here this evening. If it wasn't for a tip. Okay. Over in the corner. Back at the blue line. Passes it over. Down. 25. Patel over. Number 22. Martin. Jared Martin puts it on that. Turned aside there. Martin has it once again in the corner, trying to get it in front of Toto. Toto missed it. Across the red line. Sittler stays onside, the seasoned veteran. That one is offside. We'll take a break. You're watching Goodon Industries Gametime on TL Media.
Wilkie Pharmacy. Get your Wilkie, Saskatchewan merchandise and other locally made products. Wilkie Pharmacy. Advice for life.
13 minutes to go here in the third period. Still 1-0, but Kozlowski with a shot. That goes high and wide. Correction, that was Crane. Also dangerous. Crane is 24. Kozlowski, 17. And 14 is Schindler. 14-17-24. The dangerous line for the Balcarres Bronx. Crane, the captain, takes a bump in the corner. Crane's off the board. Number 9, Garrett Megan. Hits an ankle, and it stays out. Gets it up. Kozlowski puts it on net. Stopped by Hurl. The Wilkie Outlaws have won multiple provincial titles, including back in the day they went down to Esterhazy. And I believe Corey Wandler scored the overtime winner, or he was on that team. I was working with Corey at CKSA in Westminster, now defunct. It was a very sad day on May 14th to hear that my former workplace is no longer around. Sent down the ice, handled like a center fielder did Hurl. We want to thank everyone for tuning in to the season finale of Goodon Industries Gametime on TL Media. Wherever you are tuning in from, leave a message in the comments to let us know how you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. More importantly, please go like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Moves it over. Cross ice pass. Up. Stays onside. Losing it was number 27, Ryan Keller, and back the other way from the Bronx. The shot. Shot in the door. 11:18 to go here in the third period. Crane. Wilkie comes away with it off the face-off. Crane battling in the corner. Crane swoops right in, moves it over behind to the far side. Yanni chips it up, but it's kept in. Crane goes after it. Parks himself right in front of it. Oh, the shot, it hits the body. Yeah. Oh, Schindler had to be careful. Big there. Big rebound, and they tried to get it out. Sees it down low. It hits the stick. And cross ice pass. Douglas, the shot. The fans are ready to lose it here in Balcarres. That's a Polar Dome. Should it ever go in, I think the roof might come off the place. Cross ice down low. Oh, what a save! Hurl grand larceny on that one. In front. And from our vantage point, I thought that was in too, but it's not. The Go Bronx Go chants are filling up the Balcarres Arena, and Wilkie breaks out. The intensity has doubled. $9:50 to go. Third period. It's been a fast-paced game. Just ask Fred White, who's watching in Oak Lake Beach, Manitoba. Hits the skate and goes forward. Sent down. Stopped by Meager. Gets it over to number 25, Brady Pateau. Pateau has it behind his net. Slowing down the pace of play. Getting a little breather. And down the ice it goes. That one will not. That one will go for icing. We'll take a break. You're watching Goodon Industries Gametime on TL Media.
Wilkie and District Museum. Open June to August. Otherwise, appointment only. Stop by this summer and visit Wilkie and District Museum.
The Bronx have saddled up in this third period, looking to tie it up. Douglas puts it on net. Kick the side there. Correction, that was Schmidt. Full through on Schmidt. Puts it, sets aside there. And that one did not hit the roof. Nielsen, there's controversy. Nielsen goes down. Schmidt loses it. Flores had it knock off his stick. Two heavyweights going at it. The final stages of a heavyweight fight. The provincial crown is on the line here tonight. Swing, blow for blow. So far, Wilkie has landed the only blow this evening, but Balcarres has came darn close. Toto gets it in. Wilkie across, legs, dump it down. Meager comes out to play it. Meager sends it over to number 52, Brian Sloka. Sloka sends it down the ice. Knocked ahead in the slot. The golden opportunity. It goes wide. In front. Oh, chance after chance. Up ahead. Rooksay over the side. Sloka tried to knock down the pass. Holding on for a whistle. Curtis Meager. 7:57 to go. Third period. The big boys are out there for the Bronx. Number 24, Riley Crane, along with 14, Colton Schindel, and 17, Corey Kozlowski. Ryan Sloka, number 52, with the long, dangling hair that kicked over. Then the point over at the far side board. Meager makes the save on that one with 7:51 to go here in the third period. The only goal has been scored by number 16, Lyndon Hawks for Wilkie. Sloka up ahead. Schindel across the blue line, and he brings it into Wilkie territory. Cross ice. Oh, has a stick lifted, and there will be a penalty call. 7:38 to go, third period. And Balcarres is going to the power play. It looked like it was just a good stick lift from my vantage point, but it's been a well officiated game. I'm not going to argue with the Zebras on that one. Heading to the shin bin is Kevin Bendel. Golden opportunity for the Bronx to tie it up here. Not bad. Meager has to be careful there. Rick Say with an enormous amount of pressure. Say, pressing him. Patel gets it up. Barely out of the zone. Kozlowski gets it to Schindel. Schindel back to Toe. Toe over to Schindel. Schindel. It's it in the corner. Yeah, back to Pateau. Pateau over at the side. Just trying to set something here. There's a stick battle in front. Pateau over to Schindel. Tracking out Kozlowski that had it. As Schmidt. Schmidt through center, gets it over to Pateau. Cross ice. Schindel. Down low. Pateau puts it on that redirected. Schmidt. Using his Keller, sacrificing the skate. Down low. Trying to get something going here. Good defensive play there by number 4, Daniel Hilsenberger. And getting it out. Schmidt. 6 minutes to go here in the third period. Behind the net. Schindel goes to the front. Shot goes wide. Schmidt sends it down. Cross ice. Left in. Number 9. Megan. Sent down the ice. And the penalty is over. We're back to even strength. 5:30 to go, third period. You can cut the tension with a knife here at the forward line. Toto has it. Toto, shot. And we'll take a break. You're watching Goodon Industries Gametime on TL Media.
Wilkie Pharmacy, Wilkie and District Museum, LJPH Farms, Clone View Grain Cleaning, Joe Say Farms.
Almost had his stick left him. Nielsen circles. Nielsen. Oh, and the other way. Watson brings it into the Wilkie zone. Going after it is number 22. Back up the point. Rolling to get it out of there. Was Hurl. Up ahead. Passionate fan base to the right of me for the Bronx. You know the roof is going to go up if they are able to beat Hurl to tie the game. Rick Say over the blue line. He has Keller with him. Say goes around the net. Say in front. He faked back. But of course, kicked aside there by Meager and behind the net. Watson over. Negham behind his own net. Negham over number 7. Kithian up. Schindel gets it over. Kozlowski puts it on net. Balcarres will be the better team in the third period. Will control the pace of play, rather. Let me rephrase that. Wilkie still waiting. Long pass out of reach. A good hustle by Hilton Danger. 3:50 to go here in the third period. Kozlowski over in the corner. Crane. No, that was Schindler. And that is offside, with a late offside. The player for Wilkie has to get back on it, Keith Bendel, and he does. Schindel brings it in. Schindel drives it down low. Schindel behind the net, he goes down. A good hit there. Keeps it in. Gets it out. 3:16 to go. Third period. The Steve Weisers are on ice. So far, Kozlowski rather. A good hit. Open the set. Keep them in control. Okay. And the horns are alive and well here in Balcarres. Schmidt brings it in. Schmidt. Saved there by Hurl. Let's take a break. You're watching Goodon Industries Gametime on TL Media.
Wilkie Pharmacy. Get your Wilkie, Saskatchewan merchandise and other locally made products. Wilkie Pharmacy. Advice for life.
Walker Watson. Out there to take the draw. Watson. Against Say. No, that's 21 then. And Keller drives in. Keller over at the side. 2:35 to go. Say behind the net. Passes it over. Pateau goes in behind the net, puts it in front. Spinning around, in front. Stopped by Hurl. Loving the crowd here in Balcarres. Very animated, very into it. One of the best atmospheres of the season. Capacity crowd. $2:15 to go. Third period. Up ahead. Say. Meager. Over. Schmidt. Say chips it down low. 2 minutes to go here. Down the ice it goes. That one will not be icing. Has to be careful with it, Keller. Being pressed. Down the ice, that one will also not be icing. Meager comes out to play it. He leads it. Spinning around. Number 7, Pythian. Up ahead, down low, and here come the Bronx. Minute 38 to go. Cross ice. That goes wide. Centimeters away from tying this one. Yeah. Schmidt at the blue line. Schmidt gets it down low. Has to go after it. Pythian. Has his stick lifted. Minute 15 to go here. Crane shoots it. Back goes wide. Schmidt pinching in down low. Behind the net. Schmidt in front. He scored! He scored! He scored! He did! No! No! He did not! He did not! He did not! The crowd thinks they did! The refs tell me, oh no, she didn't! And the poultry is flying here in Balcarres. The refs are having a discussion, as are many of the fans. They think it's in. I'm going to let the crowd take this one. Grand larceny. Jared Hurl, you are public enemy number 1 in Balcarres tonight. From our vantage point, we could not tell. A bit of controversy here in Balcarres. 63 seconds away left in this game. Timeout, Balcarres. We're going to take our final commercial of the game.
Wilkie Pharmacy, Wilkie and District Museum, LJPH Farms, Clone View Grain Cleaning, Joe Say Farms, Wilkie Pharmacy. Get your Wilkie, Saskatchewan merchandise and other locally made products. Wilkie Pharmacy. Advice for life. Wilkie and District Museum. Open June to August. Otherwise, appointment only. Stop by this summer and visit Wilkie and District Museum.
Many disparaging words for the referee. One minute left. The shot by Schmidt. It hits a button. The Balcarres net is empty. Wilkie trying to get it out. They're able to do so. Say across center. Say banks it in. 49 seconds to go. Desperate times call for desperate measures for the Balcarres Bronx. Trying to tie this one up. 40 seconds to go. Wilkie sends it down in behind the net. Going after it. Rick Say trying to keep it in. Kill the clock. 35 seconds left. In front. The shot. Well, not much of a shot. He tried to get it down. 28.2 seconds. It goes down deep. Time for one last rush for the Bronx. Moves it over off the board. And here comes Stindl across center. Stindl over. Kozlowski. Kozlowski has Crane. 14 seconds to go. It stays in. Down behind the net. What's it on net? Stopped by Hurl. 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Wilkie Outlaws are your champions in South B. Congratulations to the Outlaws. What a game. A little bit of controversy there. But the hometown crowd are not happy.
That's it for the trophy presentations and the banner presentation at the end of the house. So big round of applause for a great provincial senior B hockey final, everybody.
They don't get much better than that. That's one of the best games in the history of TL Media.
One time to take that to winning 50-50 royal ticket 147554. Please come down to
What a way to end our 5th season. I am on the Wilkie bench right now. Nobody has anything to hang their heads about. Bit of controversy. But that's hockey.
Please welcome next to Hockey Saskatchewan, Kelly McClintock and Matt Miller for our plaque presentations. First up, number 4, Daniel Hissenegger. Number 5, Caleb Ganesh. Number 7, Will Rathje. Number 9, Rick Say. Number 10, Tyler Roswell. Number 12, Derek Keller. Number 13, Tyler Lorenz. 14, Caleb Say. 15, Carter Lakeland. Number 16, Lyndon Oaks. Number 18, Brett Shell. Number 19, Blake Young. Number 21, Laurie Gregoire. Number 22, Brenda Lacusiere. Number 27, Ryan Keller. Number 15, Kevin Bedell. Number 64, Mike Sittler. Number 91, Barrett Nielsen. Number 1, Jared Little. And number 29, Curtis Sander. And the coaching staff.
And the coaching staff. We're not going to get any introduction, I guess.
Our Saskatchewan captains of the Wilkie Outlaws who claim the banner and the provincial trophy.
The man behind getting TL Media here. Phil, thank you. AJ, your boys have done it.
Congratulations to the Wilkie Outlaws and the provincial championship and to our Balcarres Bronx for outstanding 2025-26 season. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Kelly McClintock is in the building. Do you have time to say a few words? Or do you have time to say a few words?
All right.
Okay, let me just check the camera. I'm here with the president of the Saskatchewan Hockey Association. Kelly, what are your thoughts on being of the provincial?
Well, it's a great series.
I think it's one of the first times that a senior team has lost the first game in every round they played and come back to win. So great game for these guys. I think it's great for a lot of the older guys on the team who are pretty well close to retiring. So it's a great accomplishment. So great game today.
Oh, for sure. Classics all over. What would you say has been the highlight of provincial so far with 1 weekend left?
Well, the highlight is, not of all of our provincials. We've changed some of the rules. A lot more teams are playing. Lots of people are having a lot of fun. You can see what it means to these guys to win still in their 30s, and that's a positive thing.
For sure. Anything else you want to add?
Good.
Thank you very much, Kelly. And always a pleasure.
Yeah, take care.
You too. President of the Saskatchewan Hockey Association, Kelly McClintock. If the camera's a little shaky, it's cold at ice surface. And if we go down suddenly, it's because I fell on my butt. It's a family show. You'd expect that kind of language at a Denny's. Here with Captain Keller of the Wilkie.
Thank you.
Congratulations. How's it feel to?
Oh man, it feels amazing. Honestly, we worked so hard going to Game 3 every freaking round this year. It's been crazy. Happy we pulled it out. Obviously, this series wasn't easy going to overtime the first 2 games and then sneaking one out tonight. I got to give the guys credit. They played really, really hard, so we're pretty happy.
After the Game 1 loss, the 5.5-hour bus ride, what was the mood like?
Honestly, you know what? We've been here a lot. Like I said, we've done it every round this year, so it was nothing new for us. We got on the bus, we regrouped, we talked as men, and we knew what we needed to do, and we came back. And honestly, I think our team really focused on the last 2 games. We were very happy with the first game, and the second game we came out, we played hard with Wilkie, and then tonight obviously getting a shutout. We shut down a really good team today, so we're proud of that.
How are you guys going to celebrate?
Oh man, I know some of us got to work tomorrow, but this one's going to feel good. We're going to have a long bus ride home. We're going to have some beers, and it's going to feel real good. But we still got some work to do on Wednesday, so the season's not over for us, but we got lots of work to do yet, and we're very happy to wrap this one up.
Congratulations and safe travel.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. And now, my least favorite moment of the year. I don't want to fall. It has been a long year. We started in August with the Prairie Girls football. We're going to be back in August. We've covered a lot of ground. Been in a lot of rinks, put a lot of miles on my car, put a lot of miles on my body. And I've loved every bleeping minute of it. This is my passion. It's fun. And if it's ever not going to be fun, I'm going to retire. But I'm having way too much fun to do that. I'm taking a break after sign off here. I want to thank. It's a long list, and I'm sorry if I miss anyone. First and foremost, my wife Shannon, my mom Wendy, my sister Melissa, my kids. Hell, even my cats, my dogs. Ryan, Gisette, Eden, Stanko, let me stay there when I'm on the road. Our wonderful fans, our sponsors, We could not do this without our sponsors. You get moments like this. Well, not like this. You don't want to see me. Get moments like this. We are a family-friendly broadcast, and we love every minute of it. Producer Mitch, do you have any words you want to say to our viewers?
Just thanks for watching.
Thank you, Mitch. I know you've gone through some bleat this year, and we're better off for it. He's single, ladies. He is single. At least last check he is. For everyone involved with this production, I want to say a special thank you to Phil from Wilkie. All the businesses that made this season and tonight possible. I love you all, and I will see you I will see you in August. Take care of yourself and each other.